Welcome back. So we've been talking about this. We're going to talk about it again. The only reason I'm talking about it again is because I know there are people who follow my channels and may not follow the other channels that are covering this. So I'm Alex. Just released a video on this. There's a couple other channels that I've started following that released a video on this too. So I want to talk about it. Throw my 2 cents in because to me, the more creators speak up, I think the better. So as a creator, here I am speaking up a little bit. So Sniper Wolf. So the whole thing is, all right. I'm sorry. I doxed Jack's films. I didn't mean to. Whoops. I don't know what doxing is. It's sort of like, somebody robbing a bank and going, "This is money. I didn't realize this isn't a video game." I'm sorry. I'm new to reality. It's so ridiculous. So what she's been found to be doing, and so YouTube demonetizes her content, her channel, temporarily, anyways. What was initially found, and there are plugins that you can use on whichever browser you're using that'll show you the monetization status both of a channel and of its videos, is that the channel still showed as monetized in the beginning, and her newer videos had been demonetized, but her older catalog had not. And then when it started coming out, hey, her older catalog's still monetized, then the channel showed as demonetized. Now what's been discovered is she is re-uploading videos to her second channel that is monetized, and that at least in one of those cases, videos monetized. And initially, in all cases, those videos were monetized. Well, that's getting around the monetization, which YouTube's very careful about. Like, I went through this with copyright. So I made a boneheaded mistake. It's a live stream, and the game was in the background, and the NHL copyright. So I go through hoops, and while I'm going through those hoops, I can't have live streams. So when you get a copyright strike, you can't do live streams. So I always get a kick out of it when a YouTuber's like, "Well, we're taking a break from live streaming, got a copyright strike." Yeah, you're taking a break from live streaming because you can't live stream anymore because you got a copyright strike. So the reality is that I physically could have had live streams on the Entertainment Guy on this channel, but that goes against YouTube's terms of service. While you are banned from live streaming on one channel, it is considered to be circumventing that rule to go live stream on the other one. So that would have caused more trouble for my channel, and I could have lost it completely, right? So this is something you have to be really, really careful about. So her re-uploading videos is getting around the demonetization, and it is a way for her to make some more money, because when your channel's demonetized, you make nothing off of that. Now, she's also apparently lost at least one endorsement, like one sponsor. But yeah, it is interesting to see YouTube not taking action. Somewhere somebody's probably like scratching their head on this and going, man, what do we do? Like, and it does feel like, and I've seen other YouTubers say, if it was any of us with smaller followings, we'd probably just get pitched off the platform. Maybe. I've honestly found YouTube to be pretty, easy to deal with. It depends on who you get, how far up they are. For instance, I had an issue with one of my videos on the weekend. All of a sudden, overnight, 150,000 views on an old video. And all I could think was, okay, I don't know what happened here. So I immediately emailed my YouTube rep, understanding it's the weekend, so she's not going to get back to me until Monday. And I kept watching that traffic because, of course, if something odd is going on, I want to make sure I get out ahead of it rather than having YouTube pick up something that's an issue on the channel. So what's happened now is that she got back to me. She looped in one of the guys from like higher up at YouTube who's going to analyze it. And he said, all right, well, send me the video and we'll see what happens. So I've sent him the URL for the video. And what I did too was initially when I saw that, I went and immediately privated that video so that would immediately, even though it had already stopped, I wanted to make sure it wasn't going to start again. And then when I sent him the link, I sent him the URL, I put the video back to public. So I've been doing this for 7 years. And when I see stuff she's doing, all I keep thinking is, the apology really came across as Chat GPT and how it was put out there. She had been making jokes about the whole doxing thing. And I've seen comments too like, well, who cares about doxing? Who cares if people know where you live? Well, in most cases, it really isn't a big deal, but there's always that chance, right? And then there's that whole privacy in your own home issue as well. So you can come out and say, sorry, but you still put out that image to 5 million people. Like, there's the possibility that for Jack's films right now for his family, he's thinking, do we have to move? Like, there's that possibility that they're going to feel like we're not safe here. We may have to move. So it is something that's got to be on his mind. I still haven't seen anything posted by him since this happened, and so it has to be tough, right? Because it's his income too. It's his income. That channel's his income, and if it's gone, like, it is horrific. While you may not have your own boss as a creator, and you can make good money as a creator, that job stability, it's as stable as the internet is basically how stable that job can be. So I mean, it's great. I love being able to do this every day. Obviously, I don't do videos on this channel every single day, but I do videos every day on the hockey channel. And I enjoy that. I enjoy having that as my job. I enjoy providing information to people on the internet. But when somebody else on the platform is behaving badly, well, it kind of ends up reflecting bad on a lot of the rest of us. And from an advertiser's perspective, right? And this is why I talk about this. From an advertiser's perspective, if I'm advertising on YouTube and my ads are showing up on her channel, and I know she doxed somebody, and I'm not entirely happy with my videos showing up on her channel, that could then lead me to say, I don't know if I trust my videos on this platform, because we've seen that before. We've seen before where advertisers are like, you know what? Nope, not advertising on YouTube, and they pull their money out. And then YouTube has to come out with, guidelines that try to make sure that advertising money stays in. And then people get mad about those new guidelines and go, I can't believe this. All this kind of content got demonetized. Because that's what the advertisers demanded. Because without the advertisers, we don't have a YouTube. So that's really, I mean, as great as YouTube Premium is, I'm a premium customer on the hockey guy side of things. I'm not paying for 2 premium accounts. I'm not getting one for the entertainment guy. That's kind of silly. But, as great as that is, not everybody can do that, and it's not something that would definitely keep the platform going if we lost a whole bunch of advertisers. It's the reason why I don't swear in my videos. It's the reason why I try to stay as neutral on controversial topics in videos as possible. But this one, in this case, and I don't know if this is seen as controversial, it really shouldn't be. The idea of, try not to be a jerk has always kind of just been the only rule that I've had on the hockey guy, and whether it's on Patreon or on our Discords. It's basically just try not to be a jerk. And that's basically that's it. That's the whole thing. And then, of course, we can have the debate later on what constitutes being a jerk, and that's where the arguments come in. But that's been the basic rule, right? So we'll see if YouTube does anything about it. I don't think they will. Like I said, creators calling attention to it should help. I mean, it feels like the backlash that was going on there eventually forced them to do something about it. Now, was it enough? No. And again, it is their call. It's their platform. And again, as somebody who talks about hockey every day, it really feels like I'm talking about Department of Player Safety. It's kind of the same thing of, well, they didn't want to hurt the golden goose here. So makes a lot of money for the platform. Again, keep in mind that whatever money is made by a creator, well, that's also the money being made by the platform. At least around half goes to the creator and half goes to the platform. So it is in their best interest to try to make sure that she doesn't lose her monetization status, because they're making a lot of money. A lot. Like, I really think it's in the millions per month, both for her and for YouTube. I think that's where we're at with this. This is one of the biggest channels on YouTube. And she has all the little thumbnails that work for the algorithm and all the whatever, which I've never got into. I don't like. It's not genuine. Like, it's just not. I get those emails too, like, oh, I can make you thumbnails, and I can turn your you'll get 300%, and look at my samples. And I look at them and I'm thinking, but that's not me. That's not something that people would look at and go, that's clearly, Shannon's video, Shannon's channel. I tried that at one point. I, installed Photoshop, and I was doing little Photoshop ones, and I'd spend like 20 minutes on a thumbnail and put it on a video, and I'm like, that looks really nice, looks all kind of fancy. And the reaction was, what in the hell is that thumbnail? That's not, dude, that does not work for, I didn't want to click on it. And I had people saying, I didn't click on this video at first because this didn't look like your video. So the idea of, well, hey, you should change all your thumbnails. Well, no, because then you're basically changing what people click on to view your content. And so her thumbnails are geared towards that younger audience, which is, and it's an audience as well that my channel's not geared towards. So that's really why I don't change up my thumbnails. I don't worry. I used to even try to make sure that if I was using a picture of two hockey players, that it was from 5-10 years ago, just to confuse people. Like, that guy hasn't played for that team in years. Yeah, but that team's mentioned in my video, so it's fine. But again, I don't think anything's going to happen. I did laugh. I laughed pretty good. Her last video, which is not monetized, she turned the comments off. And I thought that was telling. So you give out an apology, and then you post a video, and you make sure nobody can comment on it. That's something right there. That's something. And that's something I fought against too. I've had people saying, well, if you get upset with comments on this certain video, you could turn off the comments. No, because what happens is if you turn off the comments in a video, well, all those nasty comments are still going to be there on everything else. TSN eventually got tired on their website with dealing with nasty comments, so they just stopped having a comment section. Sportsnet is close, but Sportsnet will turn off comments on things like, the Pride tape stuff and all of that. And so then all those nasty comments end up everywhere else in the hockey section. So they're still there. So either for Sportsnet, either you leave the comments on or you just take that out of your website. To me, it's one or the other. If you're going to start pulling comments from a certain article, you're just going to have those comments everywhere else. They're still showing up. So I would think that with her disabling comments on a video, those comments are going to show up elsewhere. But those comments are going to show up anyways. And I think really, in all honesty, the platform's just kind of waiting for the whole thing to blow over. The reason why I don't know if this is going to blow over, just, thinking about this. So Logan Paul, goes to a forest, takes a video, shouldn't have done it, shouldn't have been done. And then that hit YouTube earnings all over. I know mine dropped, the platform lost advertisers, but that was a boneheaded move. Logan Paul, in that case, I made a boneheaded move. It wasn't his best day. It wasn't his best decision. But in this case, this is somebody who is posting videos where she doesn't give credit to where she gets those videos from. When somebody says, why don't you give credit? Her answer seems to be, shut up, this is my job, and just mind your own business. Rather than being a normal person going, you're right. Again, early on in my channel, I had comments along those lines, and I thought, yeah, I should, if there's just one person reporting this, I should give credit to that reporter. It just makes sense. It's the decent thing to do. So I don't understand the resistance to that, and she's still in new videos, even the not monetized, she's still not giving credit. So it's the idea that, well, I can talk to him and we can work this out, but you're not going to change anything you're doing. You've been doing this for years. You've been doing this, I think she's been doing YouTube reaction videos for, I think it's like 6-7 years worth of them. And they work. And so she's saying, no, I'm not changing anything. When it's easy. It's so easy just to go, hey, here's a great TikTok from. And I understand the idea that, well, it's not going to help those people. They're not going to get that many views. But that's not the point. The point is just to say, hey, this is content I got from this place. I got it from this is great content. Give them a follow. Give them a like. And you know what else it would do? It pads out your running time so you get beyond 8 minutes. That's it. And you're showing a little bit of personality, you're showing a little bit of humility, and it just, I don't think that's part of her vernacular. I don't think she has that. I don't think the humility's there. I don't think the The idea, like, I can't imagine 34 million subscribers and all these people like, I love you, I love you. It's just, yeah, I could see how that would go to someone's head, especially if, you know, you're in your early 20s when you get into being a YouTuber, or you're, you know, 19 being a YouTuber, and now, you know, a decade later, you're rolling in money. You can do whatever the hell you want with your life whenever you want to do it. And then some guy comes along and goes, your content sucks. I'd be like, dude, I'm rolling in money. And I really think that's how it's being viewed. Because again, just the actions of re-uploading videos so you can make money off them on the second channel. And they're videos from years ago. It's disingenuous. And I've seen the question asked too of, are you allowed to do that on YouTube? There are, I think, 2 or 3 times where I'm uploading a video to the hockey channel and it gets stuck processing. And so I finally go, you know what? It's not gonna finish processing. And so I post it on this channel instead, and then post a link on the hockey channel. I never saw that as being something that gets around the rules, or, oh, that's double dipping. I never saw it that way. But, you know, in thinking about it now, yeah, I won't do that again. There won't be a hockey video that shows up on here. If it's stuck processing on the hockey channel, I'll figure it out on the hockey channel. I don't know why that happens. Like, I don't know why. For instance, the audio issue where there's no audio at the start with hockey videos doesn't happen on this channel. I have no idea why, but I'm not switching channels. I'm not, that would be absolutely bonkers. I'm not going to do that. I don't know why you'd suggest that. But anyways, this is a situation that I just wanted to talk about because it does feel like she's getting around the rules, and it shows that there's definitely a part there that's saying, well, the rules don't really apply to me. There hasn't been a video either that's like really actually contrite. And I'm not talking about getting a ukulele and sitting in front of a blank wall. I'm talking about actual contrition. Actual contrition. Like, I made this terrible error and I need to fix it. And I get the feeling that it's, okay, fine, I did it. And can we just move on now and forget this ever happened? And I don't feel like people are going to let it slide. But let me know when you think people are going to let it slide. Do you think there's going to be a point, you know, a week from now, 2 weeks from now, where it's just gone and all that disappears from her channel? Or do you think that with what's happened here, plus YouTube's reaction, I think has made it worse? I think if YouTube had come out and said, yeah, this is not acceptable, she's demonetized for the time being and we'll revisit it in a month, something like that. And if they had said, we're demonetizing both of her channels, and let her know, listen, if you upload anything that gets monetized on a different channel, that's violation of terms of service. So it's just like she had the creepy videos that people called out because she was posting creepy videos back in the day, and she just deleted them, privated them, and deleted them. So if there was nothing wrong with those videos, why did she delete them? Because there was something. There was underage people in those videos doing little dances and little, just not, no, nope, 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 nope. Anyways, so there you go. Let me know your thoughts, as always, in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. I do look forward to having something else to throw up on this channel, because this makes me want to throw up. But anyways, yeah, I never thought I'd see the day I was talking about this either. I really didn't. But there we are. So thank you guys so much for all your support. And again, giving credit's really, really important. So do that. Again, it's not about trying to make them rich and famous and everything. It's about just being a decent human being. I don't understand why that's an odd idea these days, but it seems to be. All right. Thank you guys for all your support. Hit like and subscribe if you've just discovered this video, browsing your way around the internet, or just because you feel like it. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.